Turk here again with another Patreon guaranteed request. Trying to churn my way through them before I get back into the regular scheduled videos for the week. After all, gotta keep up the promises. Today we have another artist I've never heard of before. This time it is Grandson Stigmata. I have no idea what to expect here. So we're all in this together, it seems. As per usual, if you like the video, please like, share and subscribe. Every little bit helps the channel out in some way, and I definitely appreciate it. I did my best today in a bit of downtime to try and get through my huge backlog of comments on my videos. Been doing my best to keep up with them, but sometimes they do get away from you. Rest assured, I'm trying to at least read and in some way reply or acknowledge as many comments as possible. Some might slip through the cracks, but please rest assured I'm doing my best to read every comment and acknowledge every suggestion and every interaction, as they do mean a lot. As always, if you'd like to help the channel even further, please feel free to head over to my Patreon page. The link will be in the description and various other places where you can subscribe to one of the various tiers I've got there, and which grants you such things as exclusive content, early access, behind the scenes videos, shout outs for the various tiers. And on my epic tier, once per month you can suggest a song and I guarantee that there will be a video done for it. If not a reaction, then at least an analysis. Tripping over my tongue again. An analysis video in cases of which I'm already familiar with the song. I'm not going to pretend not to know songs that I already know, because I'm guessing I'm not that good an actor, so you can probably tell if I'm being disingenuous. So in cases where I do know the song, I'll let you know, and obviously give you an option to change the video if you'd like, or if you're still happy with that song, I'll try and do an analysis with, what knowledge about music that I do have and insights that I can give. Once again, the Patreon link will be above my head right now, most likely, and if not, it's in the description. Cheers guys, let's get on with the video.
How do you get in the mind state to kill? How do you get in the mind state to kill? I need to feel the violence, to bust up the silence for real. Traumatized thinking to hide how I feel. The truth is alive and well. It's underground, living on the Wi-Fi still. Don't buy all the lies they sell. When the Black Hawk flies, head right for the hills. They put a hole in the back of my head, called it suicide. Woke up with these holes in my hands from the day I was crucified.
Okay, so far what I'm getting from it is definitely has kind of that British alternative industrial feel that was very popular in the early to mid 2010s. Not the sort of music I generally go for, but they're definitely doing some interesting stuff there on the industrial side, because I do like myself a bit of industrial music, mainly on the heavier side with bands like Ministry, 9 Inch Nails and such. But also the layering of the vocals they've got there, of the higher possibly female vocals and the main vocalist's vocal line, creates a nice discordance, which fits with what the video is showing me so far. So definitely interesting. Like I said, not the normal thing I go for, but even in things that aren't my regular types of music, I'm always on the lookout for what an artist does that's, you know, outside the box and appeals to their fans. So we'll just go back a touch so I don't miss anything.
On the day I was crucified, you decide if you wanna ride. Can't stop us when we unified. I woke up with these holes in my hands from the day I was crucified. Stigmata!
Just going to pause it there. Yeah, I'm definitely picking up a very strong 9 Inch Nails influence there. Obviously, there are a bunch of other influences mixed in there which I'm not as familiar with, but there's definitely a very strong, maybe mid to later career 9 Inch Nails, but it's definitely in there. I'm also liking the lyrics so far. Like, they're very, what's the word? It's hard to describe for someone such as myself who's more used to saying what he needs to with his instrument rather than his words, but the way the lyrics are written match the industrial feel really well. It's not a simple, straightforward story. It's using a lot of allegories. I hope I used that word correctly. So it definitely keeps that machine-like feel to it. Once again, there's a lot of other influences from the late 2000s, early 2010s that I'm not as familiar with, but was generally a staple of the early to mid-90s industrial movement. Once again, we'll go back a touch.
Head called it suicide. Woke up with these holes in my hands from the day I was crucified. You decide if you wanna ride. Can't stop us when we unified. I woke up with these holes in my hands from the day I was crucified.
Okay. Well, I think that's a very good example of a song which it's not the normal thing I was listening to, but by the end of it there, I definitely felt myself getting into it. Um, Also, this song is a perfect example of something I've tried to point out in some other videos about using a formula or being formulaic. Perfect example. This song follows a formula that's been used in popular music for decades now of intro, verse, chorus, bridge, or solo. They can be interchangeable or interlude even. And then back into either a verse or directly straight back into a chorus and then outro. Bands have been and groups have been using it for decades. Case in point, you look at a lot of especially early Metallica songs, intro, verse, chorus, solo, and then verse, chorus, or just chorus, and then outro. There is nothing wrong with writing your song to a formula if that's what you want. If it's not what you want, you write it differently from that. Use your own formula. I definitely feel that people attach a negative connotation to the word formula or formulaic in music when it can actually be a huge positive in writing music. I do try and use it less when describing it to people, well, describing a song to people because of that negative connotation, but trust me, I'd never, and if you ever see me use it in either a past or future video, please rest assured that I do not mean it as a negative. If anything, I'm praising the artist for writing a song using this formula, but still making a song stand out in such a way that people gravitate towards it. That's where, in my opinion, a lot of talent lies, is taking a tried and true formula and making it your own in some way. So hats off to them. Like, they use a very, very commonly used formula and made a good song out of it. As I said, there's a lot of influences in this song that I may not recognise because it's outside of my realm of experience, which is one of the reasons I started this channel, which was to broaden my musical horizons. I like to think I know or am familiar with a lot of genres of music and a lot of bands, but there's so much more out there that I've not been exposed to. Take Ren, for instance. I'd never been exposed to Ren. Now I'm deep down the rabbit hole. To the point where I'm now branching off into side quests, as someone put it. Being exposed to bands like this that I wouldn't normally hear is what I'm here for. And I'm hoping that other people will see this video, may not have heard of this band before, and will also go, I'm going to check that out. And go, oh, I find I really, really like that. And that artist gets a new fan. What more can I ask? When it comes down to it, the reason I started this channel was to promote music, both within myself and to others. And if a band gets another fan out of my video, then I've achieved my aim. So even if I gain nothing from it, if the artist does, that makes Turk one happy old man. Not much more I can say. Like I said, not what I would normally listen to, but definitely about halfway through a song I found myself really digging it. So thank you for the suggestion. As always, people, keep the suggestions coming. I definitely read the comments. I have a quite extensive to-do list that I'm working my way through, but at the way I'm going, am hoping to get, 4 or 5 suggested songs, like just publicly suggested songs out there each week, as well as my guaranteed once again, tongue-tied today. As well as my guaranteed suggested songs. So at the moment, this week I'm probably looking at about 8 to 9 videos. That won't be the case every week, as the guaranteed videos are once a month. But at this rate, I should be exposed to quite a large variety of music during my tenure here. So, once again, thanks for joining me. Please, if you enjoyed the video, like, share and subscribe. If you want to support the channel further, please head on over to my Patreon. Join up there. I have 3 tiers, each with its benefits. Obviously, the second and third tiers gain the benefits of the tier below it, with the top tier getting, like this video, once a month getting a guaranteed video. Yeah, not much else to say. Oh, and I can't forget the shout outs, which will have been going on below as I ramble on like this. Gonna close it out here with the usual message of be excellent to each other. Peace out. Catch you later.